Hello everyone, my name is Byron Garcia. I was the project manager for the DOE Maker Grant with Born Global. Three of our main focuses from my standpoint was to work on a pluralistic evaluation framework, tribal engagement with the Passamaquoddy, and then a genius of place so that we can identify what's going on in that region and how our solution will fit. The company I started is Natural Designs LLC, and we're a biomimicry consulting company. What we would do is work with a company to look at solutions in nature and then apply them to human technologies for a design challenge. One example of biomimicry is Shinkansen's in Japan, where the trains used to create a sonic boom when they went through a tunnel. And when one of the Japanese engineers was working on the project, went on a birding walk, he noticed that kingfishers went through the air into the water seamlessly. And so he thought he could apply that to the nose of the train. He discovered that the train would now go through tunnels seamlessly without creating sonic booms, and also made the trains more efficient. And one way that biomimicry relates to the work that we're doing in Jonesboro, Maine for the DOE Maker Grant is that instead of looking at anything from a siloed perspective or looking at anything from one angle, we're trying to have this holistic or systemic view of everything. So we're trying to make sure that everything is connected. So that means the stakeholders in town, the stakeholders regionally in Maine, and stakeholders further out are all going to be included as needed into the process of what are we actually developing there and how are we going to implement it. And that's where the pluralistic evaluation framework comes in. It helps us to keep track of what stakeholders we want to focus on and what questions we're going to ask them to be really focused in how we deal with the project going forward. And now that we're looking at our final submission for the phase 2 of the DOE Maker Grant, I'd like to thank our interns, Gayatri and Claire, for their work. Gayatri was working on our techno-economic analysis, looking at how biochar could be a viable business strategy in the town of Jonesboro, Maine. And then Claire and I were working on the tribal engagement, making sure that we were asking the right questions to the Passamaquoddy, and then also just involving them in the appropriate way in the stakeholder process. So we're all very excited to apply what we've learned in the phase 1 and phase 2, and then utilize that in phase 3.